the same. Place up the line in Korea. Duty, hang on, dig in, fold out.
Jake.
Yo.
What time is it now?
Same time as before, only later. What do you care? You ain't gone no place.
Jake, how do you figure it? Are we going to be able to get out of this trap?
Nope.
Optimus. Jake, how long can we hold out against this honest? The guns on the hill won't get us. There's 2,000 Koreans waiting to pick us off behind one by one.
We got one hope, Herbie.
What's that?
Maybe that lousy rain will start again and the Navy will float in a boat to us.
Why don't you be serious for a change, will you?
Take it easy. Don't you know your own lieutenant yet?
I was perfectly safe. You couldn't hit me with a bazooka.
How are we doing, Lieutenant?
Well, here's the dope. Our communication is out. The artillery's got the pass blocked. The Reds have moved in 2 new battalions behind us. Our chow's low. We're out of plasma. The last airdrop, the ammo landed out in the middle of no man's land. Sure, we're doing just great. Oh, by the way, I brought some mail along for you, Herbie. Somebody asked me to give it to you.
How many of us left, sir?
It was 40 when I left the CP. I don't know what it'll be when I get back.
Where you heading for, Lieutenant?
Up the line for a confab. Good luck.
Thanks, Lieutenant. Oh, good news, kid?
Get a load of my old lady, will you? Dear Herbie, I sent you some knitted socks. When you wash them, be sure and use lukewarm water and stretchers or else they will shrink. Listen to this. I tell Pop not to worry, but you know Papa. Tell me, Herbie, do you think there's going to be a war?
How many did the lieutenant say? 40?
Yeah.
I'll include him out. That's 39 now.
Time, not much later. Place, division command post and message center. Duty, getting the dope on the lost 39.
Well, we established radio contact.
How many men are left?
36, including wounded. What do you hear from the air?
No soap. And the Red have got their artillery well emplaced on this hill. Here they're moving in infantry. Rough deal.
I should think a couple of bomber sorties would...
Air says they only got just so many planes. Here is just 36 men. 30,000 Reds here. Bigger target. Colonel, couldn't we push through to them?
Air's got just so many planes. We've got just so many men. It'd take us 3 days with what we have. And in 3 days, what's left of that company will be wiped out. Hell's fire, ain't there something?
Hellfire? There is.
There is what?
Hellfire. That was the name of the ship that escorted our convoy from Japan. And if the Navy could get into this cove with some firepower, some of their 5-inchers have enough range, I think. They could throw some stuff over this hill.
Yeah, and bury our boys to a fare-thee well.
Colonel, they've got a chief gunner aboard that destroyer that bags wild ducks with an M1.
Wild ducks is one thing. Sitting ducks is another, especially when they're wearing our uniform.
No answer.
34. Ammo running low. Captain.
Yes, sir.
I've got to get a hold of that Navy liaison man. I want that ship that shoots straight. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Let's go.
One always thinks the grass is greener on the other side, until you get over and take a look.
Yes, sir?
Well, Gunner, that didn't take long.
Oh, I was down the galley, sir.
Ducks are in the oven. Forget the ducks. We got a rough one and you're it. The doc has the gunnery officer on the sick list. This looks like a gunnery job, pure and simple.
Yes, sir.
Now, will you hear the rest of it before you start climbing the bulkheads? Look at here. Army signals us there's a group of men pinned down in here.
All right.
Air says the Red's artillery spotted here, all down in here. And Red ground forces are behind the GIs right here. Now, we're heading for this cove. We're going to sit here and throw some 5s into the Red's artillery so the GIs can go around them.
Ouch. That looks like hills between them and us.
Hills is right, Gunner.
And where are the GIs?
Right here. Coordinates didn't come in till just now. Communications have been on and off, on and off.
We stand a good chance of dropping the 3rd Avenue L right on top of our own guys.
I know.
Anything to sight on?
Well, recon says there's a tree stump 2,200 yards north and west of the enemy.
It's tree stump on the left, our guys on the right, artillery in between?
That's about the size of it, Gunner.
Times like these, I wish I'd stuck to the assembly line. Going to need a lot of data. Elevation in the hills, range on that stump.
If the tree stump's there. Recon says it looks like a man with his arms outstretched.
Now, why can't they just send in a cruiser with a landing party of Marines?
Because we're closest, Gunner. The Army doesn't think the men can hold out for more than 5 hours. They're in a pincer and the enemy's tightening up.
How long will it take us to get there, sir?
5 hours. Now, come on, Gunner. Can you do it or can't you?
Well, it can be done, sir.
If you can't, nobody on ship can.
If that stump is still there, I think so.
And if it isn't?
I can try.
Destroyer O'Bannon in open sea with bone in her teeth and hightailing it back to Korea. Brought the ammunition, the same stuff you just secured.
What's the matter?
You better save some, kid. That's the last.
Oh, there might be another shoot drop.
Might not, too.
Yeah. That lieutenant was a good Joe.
They're all good Joes, kiddo.
Maybe he'd still be around if he hadn't been crawling around making sure.
Look, Herbie, you'll be standing on the corner of Market and Main, and a taxi can give it to you just as sudden as here. You know that.
That's some philosophy you got.
What else have I got?
Oh. You got a nice wife, nice kids.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Jake,
Where?
that clump of stuff. Bushes like.
Sure, bushes.
It's like in Shakespeare. You know, Macbeth. When Burnham Wood doth come to Dunsinane.
Get a load of the professor.
Look, it's moving. I got him.
You get to the point where everything that moves looks like a comic. I tell you, Shakespeare or no Shakespeare, you have had it.
Well, it's better to be safe than sorry.
Now, that is also a philosophy.
Beanie, you there?
You!
Get set. I think they're beginning to close in from the rear.
Okay, Swatsy, don't let him crawl up your back.
Wash him in lukewarm water, she said. Ma, you kill me. Ma! Ma!
All hands man your battle stations.
Well, this is as close as we can get, Gunner.
I could use a little less range, sir.
If the point is, in case of an air attack, we'll have to have room to maneuver.
Going to drop the hook, sir?
Would it hold you that much steadier?
Be that much less compensation we'd have to compute.
But then again, it would be that much slower to pull out if we're spotted. I've got 292 men aboard, Gunner.
Wonder how many GIs there are left in there.
Anything about those boys on the beach? Lost their communications again. Okay, this'll have to be it, Gunner. Bring her left slowly.
Left slowly, sir.
Steady!
Steady as she goes, sir. Aye, aye, sir. Steady on 245, sir.
All engines ahead, 1/3. Hold her as steady as you can, helmsman.
All engines ahead, 1/3. Aye, aye, sir.
What do you get on that tree stump?
I'm afraid I